Bob, you've mentioned that you're tracking Hurricane Beryl, but also potential another storm.
Yeah, hurricane too, possibly.
Okay.
Chris, which is a little unusual this early in July to get a couple of hurricanes. It looks as though they're not going to have an impact on our weather, but it's interesting to note that they are out there and they're developing. Beryl is just a small storm, 10 miles out.
Oh, okay.
That's the hurricane force winds. It's still going to cause some problems, but not much. Here's our sunset tonight from Tower Cam showing we had little clouds around at one point, but boy, the sun peering through those clouds, brilliant colors sent in, and of the photos of the sunset here along the Sun Coast. And let's get a look at some of those right now from our pics at mysuncoast.com. Here's one, a nice shot, getting this again from Anna Maria Island. Anna Maria Island represented right there with a nice photo. And this one from Terracea, Susan getting this, beautiful. And then Turtle Beach, Cindy Desmond, little sea oats right there, some high cirrus clouds around. We had a lot of clouds around today, and that really kept the thunderstorm activity down because temperatures didn't get as hot as they normally do. When you get all that heat and that energy in the atmosphere, it's used by these storms to really fire up. We had a few down at Port Charlotte and Northport earlier. Still some rainfall lingering now across parts of South Sarasota County and into western Charlotte County. Not much, but you'll notice kind of a strange thing here. You see these storms moving in all different directions. This one's moving to the southeast, and it's still bringing some rain to Punta Gorda, while this one is moving to the northwest. And folks in Venice right now seeing a tremendous lightning storm, also Inglewood as well. You notice that one lightning strike outside of the rainfall. It's trying to build to the north, but having a tough go of it, so it's fairly stationary. It may eventually break down and head back toward the east and southeast, like we're seeing over Punta Gorda. So we'll keep that chance for rain, mainly in south portions of our viewing area. But notice, not a lot of rainfall today at all across the coastal locations, although Northport had about an inch of rainfall there earlier today. Upper level low continues to work its way across the Florida-Georgia border now, and that has brought a lot of rain and storminess to North Florida, but not much here. And we're keeping an eye on, obviously, the tropical depression number 3 off the Carolina coast. So the forecast through tonight, these showers will be winding down, and then there's a chance for a few morning showers, and then mainly inland storms in the afternoon. Looks like those will traverse across the central portion of the state and then along the east coast due to the west wind. Our rain chances aren't all that high, although that model depicted a little bit more rain than I think is going to be occurring, but there'll be some storms. And then we'll get to a southeasterly flow on Sunday. That will bring us a chance for a few late day showers and storms, not a lot, but a few will be around. And I think by Monday, we'll get back into the thick of things. Well, the tropical tracker showing this system is not all that well organized now, but it's in an area that's favorable for development. This is tropical depression number 3, the Carolina coast right there. And as far as the forecast models, all of them keep it right around there. Light winds will, it won't move much. And then eventually it takes off due to a trough building in the eastern third of the state. So it's not going to have a huge impact on the U.S. Doesn't appear that it's going to make landfall. And this one doesn't either into the U.S. as a result of some high shear going on throughout the central Caribbean. But looks like Beryl will cause some problems to the islands there. A small area, as I mentioned, it's not a very large storm system. And then it goes off to the north, but there'll probably just be a tropical wave at this point making its way to the west. Water temperatures are extremely warm, especially where Chris is going to be forming. And in the Gulf of Mexico, they're very warm as well. Temperatures there into the 80s, upper 80s to mid 80s at times. Now, as far as temperatures go now, it's cooled off quite nicely into the mid 70s here up and down the coast. So a comfortable overnight temperature right around 76 to start things off on your Saturday morning. So a few coastal showers in the morning possible. Winds pretty light, 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be less than 2 feet. The extended forecast calling for a chance for scattered storms tomorrow, not all that high. Sunday at 30%. Those will be the late afternoon and evening storms progressing toward the coast. We'll get into that pattern of afternoon and evening storms, I think, throughout much of the work week next week, but looking pretty good for the weekend. There'll still be a few storms out there, but not a lot of coverage. Jacqueline?
All right. Thank you, Bob.